And as you exhale, bring the arms down. We're going to do 3 circles in each direction as you continue to pull your powerhouse in and stretch the band in between your knees. And of course, if you don't have that band, you're just pressing your knees apart. That was my 3. I do the other way as well. So inhale, keeping my ribs in. Exhale. I'm only moving my arms. I don't want any other movement in my body. And 2. And my last one here. I'm going to take my hands to the front of my thighs. I breathe in again. And then I'm going to roll down slowly. But it's not chin to chest, is it? It's long spine. So coming up and over. I extend out like a turtle out of its shell. And then I slowly come down. Scoop the belly, squeeze the chest. Make your body into that real cane shape. Continue to press your knees apart and come all the way down to the mat. When you get down to the mat, just come down to a kneeling position. Pad your knees if you need to. Press the tops of your feet into the ground and activate your butt. So I do want the butt squeezed and tucked under. It's like you're tucking your tailbone or lifting your pubic bone here. The lower back should feel pretty flat here. Take a big breath in, lift the arms. Exhale, relax the shoulders. And then a few thigh stretches. So we go inhale back. You don't have to go too far. Exhale, push into the top of your feet to lift up. Top of feet and also kind of dent your shins into the mat. Breathe in, maybe go a little bit further. And last one. So you decide the range. Then bring your hands to your mat. Walk your knees back just a little bit so that knees are under hips. Tuck the toes and hover into quadruped with me. The elbows are pointed back like I'm closing off my armpits, and I push to lift up. Now I want to exaggerate the push from the floor, so I exaggerate it. You'll see my middle back round here. I'm getting all those pushing muscles primed. And my hands on the mat are active, so the fingers are gripping the mat, almost like you're trying to scrunch it up. Hold for 3, hold for 2, hold for 1, and then bring knees back down, climb up for thigh stretch. It's another 3 of those thigh stretches. So tuck under, scoop in, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. And we are just starting out, so I mean, if you're not going to go too far back, that's okay, right? You get a second chance to do this today. Last one, it's only 3. Come up. I'm going to bring my hands down for that quadruped again. Spread out the fingers. Make sure that middle fingers run parallel. Grip the mat with your hands. Round your back almost like you're doing a cat stretch. Tuck the toes. Hover the knees now. And as you're here, press the knees apart. So I press my knees apart and bring together. Apart and together. For those who are joining just, I heard a few people just join now. We have a band around the knees if you have it. If you don't have a band, you can always tie a belt if you want to. Otherwise, you do the exercise without the band around your knees. And you should see that my back is kind of rounded here. That is what I'm after. I go 2 more. And my last one. I'm going to bring my knees down, walk back, come up, and then keep the band around your knees as you spin yourself around. This is not graceful. Sit with your feet planted on the mat and untuck your butt. Reach your arms up. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, we're going to start to roll back just to a C shape. So my exhale, I'm scooped in, I'm squeezing my chest, I'm reaching ahead, and I'm just going to pulse here. A little pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I've got my shakes already. I hope that you have a little bit of a shake. 2, and now hold in that C shape. Get shaky. So maybe you're already shaky. Awesome. Maybe you're too shaky. You can bring your hands down if you need to. If you're not shaky enough, try lifting the arms up. Then maybe try lifting the feet. 1 foot, both feet, whatever you want. Go into where you can. So I'm kind of going into a teaser shape here. I've got shake. I lift my chest a bit more. My lower back, my lumbar is still rounded. And I'm holding for 4, 3, 2. Push your palms to the ceiling. Take them back so you do land them. And then let's start doing some leg circles here. I know we've got the band. I know it's going to be weird. That's the point. So I circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's do 5 the other way. I keep pulling the belly in tight. 5, 4, reaching along my legs. 3, and 2. And last one. I'm going to bring the feet down. I'm still rounded through my lumbar. I'm going to remove that support. That means lift my hands. And I'm doing my 10 pulses here. 10, 9, 8. I've got to scoop in more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it, lift the hands as high as you can, and then roll all the way down, 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 down. Go through imprint, stay in your imprint, hands to the mat, shake, shake, shake. Take a big breath in, palms lift. As you exhale, slide ribs towards hips into the mat. So this is your ab prep. Inhale down, exhale up. So you're gonna move as quickly as you want to with this. I'm gonna go a little bit quicker, making sure that my belly stays pulled in, so I should probably shut up a little bit. And I wanna stretch that band. So every time I curl up, I press the knees further apart. Exhale, inhale, exhale. If you need head support, bring your hands behind your head. You can always do that. Getting warmer in here. I hope that you're getting warmer wherever you are. And 2, last one, hold it up. And let's go into the 100, a big breath in. Exhale. So I'm still stretching my band. I'm gonna take my legs up and stretch them wider and hold them there. You could always bring your feet to the floor. That's perfectly fine. Keep going. Scooping in. Take a look down at your belly and really pull in more. Pull in more than you think you have to. You're probably about 3/4 of the way there. Or maybe you're all the way there. You hit 3 and 2 and 1. Feet to floor if you lifted, body to floor. And then please roll onto your right side. Prop up onto your elbow. So my instructor right elbow, I have it really close and I bring my knees ahead. I'm going to do some really conventional clamshells, but I've got to make sure that I cinch my waist here so I'm never saggy. Always pushing up, and I work my lats too. Feet up, and we go 10, 9, 8. I'm going to have to switch to my red band. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, one little change. Move your knees back in line so that you're one like flush line, one straight line here. And then you're scraping your shin up and down the wall that away. So I go 1, and my bottom leg is on the floor. 2, just a little bit more through here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I always make sure to count these because these hurt. And I'm holding it up. I'm going to try and keep still, keep strong, and trace 10 circles. 10, 9. Those circles are that away. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Change direction. 10, 9, 8. Ribs in. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hover to get to the other side. So fist to opposite elbow, genie arms. Come onto your knees and then lift your toes if you can. Holding. So I'm going to draw my shoulder blades down, press my collarbones ahead, and then I'm going off and on the mat. So one foot, other foot, back on and on, out and out, in and in. So if you can keep your form, then you can add a jump to this. That jump would be almost like a star jump. And it looks like this. Out, in, out, in. But we want to stay steady. Keep pushing the floor away. Whew, calorie burn. I've got 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to bring my knees down, walk back, and spin around, still facing you, so I can go into my clamshells, etc. So first, knees in front, feet up, big lift, open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The breath. 7, 8, 2, 1. Slide it back, lift the chest, bottom leg stays down, top leg only lifts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, lift this part up, 10 circles, 10, really small, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, get to lie down next, 3, 2, change direction, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Lie on your back. Bring your heels towards your butt and roll yourself up into that high bridge position. I'm going to take arms to the ceiling first. Inhale, exhale, press the knees apart and roll up into your bridge. When you get into your bridge, just roll it back on down. So that was 1. We'll do a total of 3 of these rolls. Kind of an active recovery. Here's my third one. I'm going to stay up on this one. And I have the only hip extensions I'm doing today, so right foot down, left leg extends. Try to keep the thighs parallel. Down and up for 10. 1, and up. 2. Push the floor away. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 and 1. I'm going to the other side right away. You've got 10 to do. You could be doing 5 or 8 if you want instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm still stretching my band. 8, 9, and 10. Foot down, we come down all the way down. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, curl up, hold it. Can you curl up all the way? Do you need to go back down and restart? Let's find out. 2 options. If you need it, you can always pull yourself up. Otherwise, come down with me. Let's see if we can come up to seated all the way. Big breath in. As we exhale, reach the arms. Keep exhaling and curl. Curl, curl, curl for your life. Nose towards knees, and lift. Slide yourself back. I still have my band. I'm taking my feet hip width and then mat width. So mat width if you can, wider if you're able. Pull the toes back, take a big breath in, circling. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Exhale, reach. So this is a version of the spine stretch forward from the mat repertoire. You can go really slowly with this, or you can take it more percussively, like I am. I'm going to start adding more breath, and I go, and lifting. As I'm doing this, it feels like I'm doing an ab curl. My abs are that activated. So my back is stretching mindfully. My toes are curling towards my knees consciously. And now I'm going to go into pulses. I've got 10, and we're finished with this. 10, 9, reaching, 8, scooping, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up, circle back, open the chest, just lean back a bit, pushing into your fingers, then straighten the body. Let's take the band off the knees. And you have a choice. If this looped band is all you have, keep it, hold it like this, and you'll do your rows with that. But if you have a long band, swap to that. Bring it underneath your feet, below the balls of your feet where your instep arches are. Point your toes. Hold it. Get a good grip. Get some good resistance. Pull back towards your waist, then release. Exhale. Now let's try and make this less soggy and saggy. As I pull my elbows back, I want to make sure I'm lifting my chest. Just a little leaning forward. Minuscule. If you are using a looped band, you are going stretching and elbows to the sides. Still a good band. 2, hold this next one back. Lift it up. Our rowing session is really short today. Keep the toes pointed and reach. Pull. Elbows are bent. Thumbs far from your shoulders. And go. And go. We're looking at 90-degree elbow bends here. Not too sharp. Not too blunt. Just right. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going into circles, so I go wide, tuck in, reach ahead. Wide, in and ahead. 3, 4, 5. Keep cinching the waist. I say it because I stopped doing it myself. And 2, and 1. Now simply rewind. So back, up and ahead. 2, 3. We do have lots of shoulder movement here. 4, controlled shoulder movement. 6, 7, arms heating up. 8, 9, and 10. Now take a big breath in. Exhale, curl forward. You should be able to lift your band and come up all the way. Sweep your feet around. Come into a standing fold. And on your inhale, roll up. We're coming into a standing set. So if you don't have a full long band, you will simply stretch your loop and come across. So pretend it's a loop, stretch it across. Using a towel or something, you do that as well. Bring the long band underneath your right foot and take your feet nice and wide on your mat. Bring the ends of the band or the tube, whatever it is, together and hold them like almost like you're holding a sword. Sink down deep into the right leg, then lift out of it. Down and up. So my left foot, my instructor left foot, has toes pushing into the mat. I've got this inner thigh stretch here, and as I lift up, the inner thigh helps me to lift up. Now let's make it a little tougher. We want to avoid turning towards the foot. So lift your arms, turn over the middle of your body, like right over your groin, and see if you can keep that. This also works with holding a dumbbell or anything really. Any resistance? 2 and 1. Now I'm coming down low, pulling my hands, touching, this is about solar plexus, and then I'm turning my other set of toes out. I slide across, then back. This is level, as opposed to up and down. We are level here. Get that side to side feel, and then decide how long your arm's gonna be. Because I'm going out here, and I'm doing across the horizon chop. I hope I'm successful. I chop and return. Chop, return. 4, 5, 6, 7, have the legs, 8, and 9, and 10. Now I'm going to try and go up and away. Up and away. I might have to hold the band a little lower. 2, I'm doing 10. 3, 4, 5, a little slick. 7, and last one, pause. Step your left towards your right, change the band, bring it around your left foot, step wide to your left, hold the band, toes turn slightly in, that's the right toes, left toes are out, and do a few. 2, 3, pretty good, 4, and 5. Now test. We're gonna square, extend, and return to that. Up, back. Yeesh. I feel like I'm just being pulled this way, so I gotta resist that. 2. All right, here we go. Let's try the weight shift. Turn your right toe slightly out, touch solar plexus, belly, and come across, turning the shoulders, revolving through the waist. Stay nice and low. Avoid this up and down. Slide across. Slide into that rotation. Are we ready? So we have 20 of these. 10, and then 10. Let's go for it. 1, 2, 3. This is on the level. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Last 2. Last one, we're going up and away. Up and away. 10, 9. Shoulder blades down your back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Excited to come back down to the mat. 2, and 1. Step it in. Take a breath in. Exhale to roll down. Recover, recover, recover. Band on the ground. Come into a high plank. I'm just turning to one side and stepping back. Hold your high plank. Hold it right there. How much time do we have left? Do we have time for push-ups? Is there ever a bad time for push-ups? There isn't. Your push-ups, your way. I'm doing traditional tricep push-ups. Elbows really close. You have 10 or whatever you can do in the time I do 10. You can do anything. Let's set it up. Go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then I'm coming all the way down. I'll move back just a touch and all the way down. Bring your elbows onto the mat. Lift your chest. So we're getting ready for the classical single leg kick. If your shoulders and back don't like this shape, you can take your elbows wider. You can also leave your head down completely. Otherwise, classical has elbows in, under the shoulders, clasp the hands, draw the shoulder blades, push the chest, and tuck the chin so you're looking straight ahead. Invigorate the legs, right? Animate them. Make sure I don't kick something. And then you're going to be kicking with your right leg, 2 pulses towards your butt. Both legs are up. I go 1, 2, and away. Left leg, 1, 2, and away. So what I feel working here is hamstrings. Hamstrings first, then butt, then lower back. And I can also feel my chest working because I'm pushing into the mat. I'm trying to keep my knee off the mat completely. I know at that angle you might not be able to see it, but I've got a lot of my knee in about Yeah, a third to a half of my thigh off the mat as well. I've got 2 more to go. That's just 1 each side. And now you choose. Do you stay here or do you come with me? I'm bringing forehead to back of hands. I lift up legs, then I lift chest. And you're just holding. If you want to go further, come into prone rocker. So that's holding the outside of the ankle, legs staying hip width, other leg. They want to open. Use your inner thighs to pull them in, flex the feet. Take a breath in. As you exhale, push into your hands. Then inhale, exhale, inhale. So I'm rocking from the breath. I'm not throwing myself into it. And I'm kicking into my hands. You can try pointing your toes if you want a slightly different feel. Just 2 more breaths. And last one. Come all the way back down. Hands under shoulders. Push into shell. So that's inhale and exhale all the way back. I promised another shot with thigh stretch. And we're going to do it. So walk the hands back. Lift up. I'm going to use my looped band again. And I'm putting it on like shackles. Alright, so I've got that around my wrist. First, tuck the butt under. Lower back should feel long, like it's getting a stretch. Arms are ahead. Inhale to go back just a little, really just a couple centimeters. Exhale up. Let's add to it. We have rotation at the top, rotation at the base. So stretching the mat between your knees. Hips don't move, hips don't lie. Turn to your right, center, left, center, pause, go back. Turn to your right. Hips are still square with the front corners of the mat. Center, left, center, shaky work. Keep going. Exhale. Exhale. Back, the twist, and the twist. So we're working an extension bias here. More than extension. And back. Now, if you want to take this further, I don't know if you need to, but it could be kind of fun. Instead of rotating, rotate and chop. So I rotate, come down, up. Rotate towards my hip and up. Slight side bend, slight flexion. And I come back. Rotate, rotate, and up. It's breathless work. Twist and chop. Twist and chop. Are you still stretching the band? Last 2 repetitions. Last repetition. And the chop. My shoulders. Oh God, and the chop. Coming back. And the twist. And the twist. Coming up all the way. Have a seat. I'm taking the band off. Just throw that on the ground. Take legs in front of you. Untuck the butt. Hands back. Lift the chest. Right foot. Point right toes. Flex your left toes. And lift your leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change sides. 5, 4, 2, 1. Bring it down. That's not that tough. What if we did this? Or this. Scooping, rounding. Do 10 with each leg. So point the toes to the right, reach it, and go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Changing sides. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Homework for this week. Try this one. This is going to be a struggle for both of us. Take the feet wide, like you're doing saw, like the mat saw. Untuck the butt. Frame your right leg. Left toes always pull back, opposite toes always pull back. And we point the other set. And then you're going to lift that 10 times. So you want to try to be here, but if you need to be here, be here. We lift it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Now I'm just lifting and lowering my leg. You could do a turn out to lift as well. That's a different exercise, but feel free to do it. 10, 9, 7, 6, 4, 2, 1. It's a good thing we still have time. Take hands back, lift, and then lift your hips off the floor. Just a second. Then come back down. We're going to do circles here. So I untuck my butt, Up nice and tall, point, flex. That's flex. And then reach. Lift the leg. Are we going 5 circles or 10 circles? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, belly tight, 2, change direction, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I know it was my idea, but that doesn't make it any easier. Let's change sides. And who knows? You could be just doing half that amount. And I lift. I got my 10 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Engaging. Engaging. And changing. Other direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Who needs a break after that? Soles of the feet together for a stretch. Clasp hands. Do a little flutter of the knees. Today for yoga, which is just in what? About a minute's time, we are going into a flow. Yeah? So after we do a few flutters, in fact I need a little bit more than that. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to turn to my right, left foot is on the ground, and kind of lift the left butt cheek. You got the twist through here, other side. So if you are not coming on to yoga, then please just do your stretch, do more of a workout, whatever you like. If you are coming with me to yoga, if you have music, you might want to change it. You need no props today necessarily. And we're going to go into child's pose, into Balasana. So meet me in child's pose. Big toes touching. Knees are far apart, as far as you're comfortable keeping them, and let yourself go. I like doing this bound version where I cut my heels. Just listen to the breath. If you are just joining us, we are going through a flow.